So I'd like to quickly make a very valid point, which is about security, safety. It might sound crazy to you when I first say this, but what if I said to you, technically, it's safer for you to be in a war zone in some circumstances than if you was to be in London or New York or parts of France and so on. In war, you're granted permission, within reason, to defend yourself. You're given a weapon. You're given the right of self-defense. In fact, your own government, your own military will command that you do what needs to be done and give you, I mean, don't get it wrong, there's many soldiers that are punished for simply defending themselves, but on average, a war zone, though it's far more violent, far more, technically you'd think it was far more dangerous. But here in this society, if you defend yourself, you could be the one that faces a worse charge than the attacker. If you defend your family, if you defend your children. For instance, there are people that confront rapists, child groomers, and they will be persecuted heavily for daring to protect their own society. Any type of vigilante bravery is met with punishment. So the heart-rendering truth is you as an individual are probably safer. Obviously, we live in this false pretense of society that everything's safe and everything's fine, but only around the corner, police were guarding a line because someone's been probably murdered there. And that's the reality of society. And how you talk about that violent act can then be, you could be accused of bigotry or not being liberal enough. So the actual, I mean, just the threat against speech in this country. So the English language is used heavily against, not just us, but people around the world. The English language is victimized because most people's linguistics, their vocabulary from England are relatively good. Therefore, you have to make language the enemy of the people. If you say X, Y, and Z, you're going to end up in big trouble. In other countries that are war-torn, they seem to get away with literally with blue murder. So, as much of an unpleasant point it is that I'm making, it's still one that you need to take home with you and think about and realize that when you are in a city, when you are in a institutionalized world, it's actually more dangerous. There's going to be people that disagree with me, that's fine. But when it comes to defending yourself, legalities, all of those minor details, you're often safer in a literal war zone. But then people would say to me, if this isn't a war zone, what is then? Anyway, think for yourself. I'll see you soon. Take care.